From Southwest Detroit, deep within the internet's waste depository, it's the Shaggy Show!
It's time! I was going to say it's Vader time, but it's not Vader time. It's Darth Vader time. And it's time for the motherfucking Shaggy and Renee show. Ah! No horn, no nothing. Yes! Once again, it is the stream where we ask all your burning desire questions, and we may or may not answer them, and we may or may answer them, but you don't know if it's going to be truthful or not. So, yeah. Please don't ask me what my favorite Joker's card is. Please don't ask me that. So sick of that question. Or favorite song or any shit like that. This is not Teen Bop magazine, fucker. This is hardcore shit. First things first, though, we're in a hype train. Woo! You know what I got for the hype train?
What do you got?
Oh, motherfuckers are going to love this. This is a jersey that I just wore at the Aftershock festival. So there's a reason why it's in a Ziploc bag. Would you like to guess why, Justin?
Does that have to do with Fago?
It does.
Wow.
This motherfucker was fresh off the stage, and I fucking wrung it out in a towel. I rolled it up in a towel and stepped on it so it would drain just as good as it could. Let's see what it's... Maybe this is the funk you were smelling. Oh, I think that is a little bit ripe. But it can be yours. This fucking Fago...
Okay, put it back in the bag, please.
It does stink?
It needs to go in the washing machine.
Well, not if this motherfucker wins it and doesn't want it washed.
Oh, they want it washed. It's starting to smell mildewy.
All right, do you guys want it stank or clean?
Or clean stank. Oh yeah, that's a little bit offensive. Not much though. I thought it was gonna be a lot worse. But yeah, so this is fuck. Oh well, I guess it's not going out the door because 72%. We got 10 seconds left. It's only at level 2. Well, maybe next time. But you know the stats now. Shaggy, how would you feel if Renee possibly be next love interest in Big Money movie? Renee, would you be down with Sugar? Well, the thing is, she's got to be large or a midget. She's got to have some kind of physical fault. And there is none on her. You know
Aw, thank you.
So maybe we get a prosthetic crooked eye or a fucking hunchback or something.
I mean, when I get tired, I still have a little bit of a lazy eye, right?
Your shit is not like... I've never really noticed your eye being lazy.
I can let my beard hair grow out.
Oh, the bearded lady.
Yeah.
You have like 5 whiskers?
Yeah, all five
5 whiskers and a Fu Manchu that's just right here.
Yeah.
Dizzy 2 Dope 17 says the next Shaggy Show anniversary, you got to bring Snoop Dogg on as a guest. Sure. I'm going to book that now in advance so we can get him.
I don't know. He's probably very expensive, more so than ever.
Yeah, we got him for a deal back in the day. Back in 99 or whenever that was, 98.
He's the nation's hero right now.
He is.
I
He's
love
like
it.
America's mascot.
I absolutely love that for him. I mean...
I think Snoop Dogg is the fucking shit.
Thank you.
Like, just the epitome of fucking striving to be that. You know what I'm saying? Talk about living your best fucking life. Holy shit, man. Sicko Ent, tell a story about ODB. I really don't have much stories about Old Dirty
Tell him
Bastards.
the bitches
Very
story.
sad fucking case. That's what I was going to say. All right, so back in the day when we did the song Bitches, we got the Pro Tool session that Old Dirty Bastard had did. So we got the fucking file sent to us. I don't know if I would have been able to hang with Old Dirty Bastard in the studio back in the day when he was a crackhead anyhow, you know what I'm saying? Because he was a pretty wild motherfucker. But, so we listened to what he sent us, and it was the most incoherent fucking jumble of shit ever. It was just tracks of him screaming. There was even just like 4 or 5 tracks of him just going like coke clacking, cocaine noises. You know what I'm saying? The reason why we called the song Bitches is because he just kept yelling on some track going, Bitches! Bitches! It was fucking insane what we got. So we had to fucking edit fucking like 2 days of editing just to make a fucking
Coherent
enough verse. You know what I'm saying? And it was a lot of fun. But you know what I'm saying? It's like I wouldn't trade that for the world nowadays because it made for a fucking awesome story, you know? Of course, you know, with Old Dirty Bastard back then, you know, he was a difficult fella, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's fucking awesome that what he sent us. I'm glad he didn't send us some structured super mega piece. When he did, I seen an interview with Praz from the Fugees, and they did that song Ghetto Superstar for that Bulworth soundtrack. And that Ghetto Superstar, and then fucking Old Dirty Bastard was not slated to be on that song at all. Like that was just a Praz song, and Praz said he was in a studio in L.A. and so Old Dirty Bastard I guess had a session or something in the same studio complex, and he just wandered into Praz's session, and he thought he was in New York and thought it was his session. That was already awesome as fuck, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, this motherfucker, he laid all of his ad-libs and everything down first and just started building backwards, making a verse.
What?
Like, so he just went in there and just said words and then just filled in the track with other things. I'm saying somehow, like, reverse engineered a fucking verse.
Never heard of that process.
No, it would be. There isn't that process. That's the Old Dirty Bastard process. But he like basically reverse engineered a fucking verse and got what Ghetto Superstar is. You know what I'm saying? Which, you know, it's an Old Dirty Bastard verse. It is what it is. And I don't give a fuck. Old Dirty Bastard is one of my all-time favorites. I don't give a fuck. Crackhead Old Dirty Bastard though, because man, his interviews. Everything about that man back then was the most entertaining shit I've ever seen. Even his fucking raps, everything. There was like a lot of shit was so elementary and basic, but man, was it fucking dope as shit. Shout out Old Dirty Bastard. Pour a little out. There we go. Kitty Fet's Laser says, "Good evening, Renee. Which are harder to raise, boys or girls?"
You know,
I think with our girl, we're raising a supervillain. Like straight up, man.
no. I mean, I came in at a later age for the boys.
As babies, boys are easier because you ain't got to fucking, you just wipe up under your nuts and you're done.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're talking just hygiene, yes. Yeah, I'd go with boys. But no, I think it just depends on the individual child and the parent, honestly.
Yeah, people shake their babies to death. I can see how a parent can snap and shake their baby to death. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to get them to shut the fuck up because they haven't slept in days and they're fucking delusional and whatnot. I can see how that's done. I don't condone it. I'm glad as fuck I never did it. You know what I'm saying? I was close. So I could see the mentality behind it, but I never would. What's the stats? What do we got?
So apparently, 60% of babies shaken to death are boys.
Oh, so they're the loudmouths.
Now, who's doing the shaking?
Oh, moms
men or women?
dads. That's a good question.
I just
Probably
say men
the
or women because because a lot of the children who are shaken aren't necessarily shaken by their birth parent.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Could be grandma.
Could be boyfriends, babysitters, anything.
Oh.
20% of cases are where the mother is the perperpetrator.
So 80%
So
are
80% is other.
Well, other than mother.
Other, correct.
Yeah.
brother from another mother. Who do I contact for a media pass for the Tennessee show?
Yo, mama.
Your mama. You heard it here first. She gets in backstage all the time.
I don't know
won't
why.
tell you how because she's your mom, but let's just use the word groupie. Renee, were you a super jealous woman back in the days?
Of you?
Just in general, you didn't specify.
I don't think so.
She definitely was not super
back
jealous
with
about
him.
me.
No, I think we were just talked all the time.
Yeah.
When was your first time in Europe?
Fuck, I don't know. We went over there, a lot of press and shit before we even went over there and did shows and all that.
What about? Okay, but our first official date was the Great Malenko release party.
That's right.
Yeah,
At the Motor Lounge
at the Motor Lounge.
in Hamtramck.
Actually, I have
I used to
pictures
live right
of.
down the street from there. We walked there.
We did walk there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy
Yeah.
shit. Oh, do you remember Kid Rock coming in there?
I don't.
What a
I remember the Muff Divers performing.
Yeah, Muff Divers was shit. I remember like Kid Rock just busts in. Like he took a limo there and he busts in. He's like, "Oh, I just signed to Atlantic." Trying to steal.
Oh,
our
really?
heat.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't remember that at
They're
all.
like, get the fuck out of here.
What I was getting at is you went to Europe at some point right around then, and I remember, you call. I remember one time you're like, we were just in the red light district, and there's a hooker that looks just like you.
Hey,
And I didn't know what to do with that information other than say,
did you fuck her?
I think I did. I think I did say, well, did you go in there? And you're like, no, a couple of my boys went in there. I don't know. I don't even remember if it had anything to do with her, but it was just, yeah.
Let's see. She says, "What's your most memorable moment together, good and bad?" Fuck, I don't know.
I
Like,
had
I
so many
define one.
memorable ones.
That's what I'm saying. Like
So many.
the most, I don't know. I probably don't remember the worst one. A couple of those.
Oh, yeah, you know what?
Passing out,
Okay.
drooling all over myself high.
No. Worst one for me was back when you were taking pills, and I was driving behind you on I-75, and you must have taken some when we were at dinner or something, and we were getting close to being home. I saw you like swerving, so I call you, and he answered the phone, and I was screaming because you were starting to mumble, and you were
That's when I
getting
was a mumble rapper.
very close to hitting the guard, the cement barricades, and I was just screaming to keep him awake, and just helplessly watching you while you're driving in front of me, and
Should have gave me a pit maneuver.
anyways, that lives in my brain a lot. It'll,
See, I don't even remember that.
honestly, after learning
that,
more about what areas of the brain and
Well,
what
you about to have a master's degree in that.
neural pathways are involved with addiction, and seeing him go from he and I weren't together when he was in the throes of alcoholism. He did one time fall off, well, 2 times.
Yeah, a couple times.
2 times in all the years he fell off the wagon. But the second time I had no fucking clue because he didn't drink at home. It was only when he had went on the road, and I had no idea. And it boggles my mind
Thus the
how
legendary drop kick.
I was in Las Vegas when I found out about that. My friends and I had gone to celebrate our birthdays together, and I got a phone call, and I was livid.
Night that would live in infamy. I'll forever be connected to Fred Durst because of that.
Yeah. I mean, I was pretty livid. But anyhow, I think more so what allowed him to get sober from alcohol was just he was done.
Yeah, I was just tired.
But-
of this shit, man.
When he became sober off of pills, nothing. He didn't take any medication to block what brings the high with pills. And that to me, like after learning more about the brain and how addiction works, it's pretty damn near close to a miracle for him to be able to be.
And cigarettes.
Yeah, and cigarettes. Yeah, that was
Shit, that was not easy.
right.
And
But-
sody pop.
and soda pop. Yep. But anyhow, pretty big deal right there.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And also, Jake Templeton says, when y'all coming back to Australia? That actually is slated to happen either at the end of this coming up year or the very beginning of the next year when it is summertime for you motherfuckers over there. Australia's a shit, man. You live in a pretty fucking sweet country / continent.
We should do a vlog where you box a kangaroo.
I would love to box a kangaroo.
Yeah, no.
I just heard, like, you gotta, like, fucking tie their legs together so it'll just jump up and kick you.
Yeah.
And claw you up. I used to always say that when I first went there. I was like, I want to box a fucking kangaroo. They're like, no, you don't. I was like, put boxing gloves on his feet. I don't give a fuck. Not one of those golf fucking course ones that are all fucking thick from eating the chemical grass or whatever the fuck it is. Not them motherfuckers. That guy will kill me. I just want a normal run of the mill. Like that guy punched in the face when he was attacking his dog. You know what I'm saying? That kind of fucking kangaroo.
You probably don't.
Yeah, one of
fight
these
one
motherfuckers, no thanks, man. Look at the biceps on that fucking thing. Look, he's got a fucking like 12-pack. How the fuck do they get stomach muscles? He's even got pecs. Look at the fucking, what are these called, quads?
Yeah. he's
Look at his
part
neck,
of the-
boys.
What? Quads?
Oh, no, not
traps?
they're- yeah,
His traps. I don't know what the fuck muscles are called. I just call them muscles. All right. Oh, here you go. 210 Kick says, what's the number one thing y'all argue about? My memory.
It's not your memory.
My hearing. or
It's
lack
your
of-
attention. It's you. No, it's usually prioritizing, and I'll remind him multiple times about things, and he'll be like, I got it. I'll take care of it. I'll handle it. And, you know, he doesn't.
I'll forget.
Right. Because why? It's not that important to you.
But it is. I just forget.
Uh-huh.
Goonie Goo the Goon said, what is the most romantic thing the Shagster has done?
Okay, gentlemen, if your lady is ever upset about something that happened in the past on like a special occasion, just try to get creative and I guess redo that special occasion, because I don't think I've once brought up the proposal or our wedding.
Not since.
Not since, right?
They used to come up a lot.
A
Not
lot.
But
So my proposal, when he proposed to me, he actually had taken, it was Night of Ballas 2012.
that was hot.
And I had went out finishing his Christmas shopping and got home and he was passed out. And I was pissed. So I had just finished nursing school and we were going to go to Las Vegas. So I was convincing myself that I was going to go by myself. So I started packing my bag, but he must have somehow thought I was leaving him. But anyhow, he comes back in. He doesn't say anything. He's just holding a ring. And I like have no idea, you know, to figure out what it is. And then, you know, later on he tells me that the kids were going to be upset because he had something planned with them. And I was like,
I think I was bullshitting.
well, no, you weren't, because you did get down on your knee to start to propose one morning. And Isaac was like,
Oh, yeah.
oh, that's not how you're supposed to do it. Or that's not how it's supposed to happen. And it just completely threw that off, too. But then fast forward to our wedding, you know, he had taken a lot of pills because of his neck. And
Because I was a fiend.
because he was a fiend. And
Dance around that little fucking obstacle.
right as everybody's clinging their glasses to get us a kiss, he's trying to eat a flower from the plate. So anyhow, I mean, there was a lot of over the years since then where I was just like sad and bummed. Like we didn't get the pictures I wanted to get. We didn't get to do this. We didn't get to do that. So one Christmas, I'm opening up presents, and lo and behold, it was him proposing all over again to plan a second wedding, and that is the most romantic
Did it for
thing.
real that time.
Yeah, it was very, very elaborate. Like each box opening had a little more piece to things, and
Yeah, it was like a whole puzzle thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was, I mean, and believe it or not, like I haven't planned a second wedding, have we? I mean, we talk about it, but
Yeah, we're going to like Greece or something.
I mean, we will eventually do that, but I don't even care. Like he made up for it in spades. What's the most romantic thing I've ever done for you?
Fuck, I don't know. I'm a guy. Everything you fucking do, man, is done out of love. Putting up with my shit.
That's romantic.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit you got to put up with. I know that. You know what I'm saying? Madam Noelle. Hey, Renee. Is Shags a fighter? Would he beat a ninja down for you?
He's a very reactive person. Like, there's no. It's almost like a light switch is flipped, and yes, he would definitely be all in if there were issues. But all in all, he's pretty laid
Don't fuck
back.
with my boo.
He's a pretty laid back guy, and I don't think really there's been any people that.
No, you know what? I used to, fuck, man. I used to fight. You know what I'm saying? Just fucking fight all the time. Like almost every day, just getting into scraps and shit. And I would say that I'm very happy that has slowed down. You know, so I can't remember the last time I actually got into a fight. I think the last time I punched somebody was like in Canada back in the day or something.
It was when you jumped off the stage because somebody was messing with Joe.
Yeah, and that was fuck. That was like
18.
Yeah, something like that. That was a long time ago. But I'm happy I don't get into fights now because, man, yo, I hold my own. I can fight like a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? But, man, I ain't fighting a fucking 25-year-old kid.
Oh yeah, no.
Mad fucking,
There definitely is.
Ass whip, man.
Yes, there's definitely a point in your
I
life.
ain't scared. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
Somebody's going home with a fucking limp or a missing eye if they fuck
Right.
around. But you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah. I mean,
you ain't gonna bum rush me and not go home with some kind of injury.
exactly. Even the greatest fighters get their asses kicked.
Yeah. But I don't enjoy fighting no more, I guess. You know what I'm saying? I always hurt my hands now when I punch shit. Like faces. You know what I'm saying? It's like, fuck, man. Ow. My hand hurts for like 3 days. Oh, thanks.
Hope that answered your question.
There you go. Oh, gooey goo to goose.
Somebody asked if I liked the dreads when you had them.
I already know.
Ooh.
I already know.
He had one that would flop down in his face, and then sweat would drip off his nose, and it wasn't terrible. I
They were
didn't.
banging.
I didn't love him. We never did that until we got married.
Yeah, it's just my nose would just sweat all over, just like straight on, like. Halloween all year entertainment. Shaggy, can you tell me the story of how you met Renee again? Did I tell you before? It's like, hey, Halloween all year around entertainment. Sit down. I got a story for you. No, back in the day, Joe was dating her friend, and we went over there to her apartment, and I was like, hook me up with your girl. And this is the very, very short version. And we hooked up, and we were down by law, and then we started getting too close, and I got cold feet, and I said, fuck off, and bounced. And then years later, we saw each other at a stoplight, and I had her pull over to the gas station, and then it just snowballed from there, and now we're married with 2 beautiful children and 3 other ones, too.
Justin, don't you have something you wanna give to Joey?
Yeah, I didn't. Well, you were talking about something earlier, and
I know.
didn't know if that was part of it.
Go ahead.
Okay.
I hope it's not gonorrhea.
It's not gonorrhea, but
Yeah, because I got to leave the room if
we
that's...
do.
Oh, look at this.
Gift from me and Manny.
Oh, me and Manny gift.
Yes.
Dang, it's pretty light.
All right.
Let's see. Oh, a Highlander. Holy
Highlander.
shit. Yeah.
Homeland.
Oh, Homelander, I mean. There can be only one Homelander.
I was like, did we get you an off-brand one?
I didn't know they made figures of these motherfuckers. Well, why would they not?
I did not know either.
That's fucking dope. Is there more in here?
I think that's what we got you. It was.
Manny got it. You gave him money for it.
I did. It's true.
Knew it.
And we
That's
went
fucking dope, man. Thank you. He's going to go up on one of these shelves over here.
Hell yeah, that was the plan.
It's looking like we are out of time. I would like to thank everybody for your questions. And you down to do this again at some point?
I don't know. It depends on if you behave.
It was dope. Just out of blue, she was like, why don't we do another stream? And I was like, well, fuck yeah, let's go. And the normal crew will be back in a couple days on Thursday. Back to the regular. And until then...